Unless you live under a rock, you've probably seen the countless Goku memes that have been flooding the internet since forever. But there's a specific one I want to point out. It's about Goku hunting down cancer patients because they're considered strong for defeating cancer itself. I mean, just go to any positive cancer survival post on Instagram. I'm sure Goku is waiting. But that got me thinking, what's scarier than Goku running at you full speed looking for a fight while you're just a helpless cancer patient? What if I turn it into a horror game? And since I like cramping workloads, how about we do it in 24 hours? Surprise, surprise, this is exactly why you clicked on this video, isn't it? Okay, so the idea that I have behind this game is pretty simple. As you can see, with the help of my extremely artistic skills, you'll spawn in a 100% safe cancer treatment hospital room where you'll find out that you've beaten cancer. Congratulations, well done. Now, stage 5.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Banger game idea. I know, you're welcome. Let's get working on it right away. To actually make a horror game about Goku, I kind of need a Goku model, and since my 3D modeling and level design skills are below mediocre at best, I decided to look through my trusted free model supermarket for what they had. And they have some great models, but ooh, game ready rigged model? Don't mind if I do. Thanks a lot, GibbsArt, you're a G. Now just to throw this model into Blender and test the rig. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent rig. I set up a sample scene in Unity, the most trusted game development software of all time, and set up a simple physics-based rigid body movement system for a player. Nice. Now we just have to drop Goku into the mix. Yeah, fix it. I definitely know what all of that means. Awesome. Now we just give him a collider so that he can interact with the environment, and gosh, that is menacing. Now if we just take it for a spin, we have our player and Goku. Goku's looking pretty good in my opinion, and whoops. Goku? You alright, buddy? Well, we've encountered our first issue. We need to make Goku chase the player and not topple over like a piece of bread. It really isn't a horror game if Goku isn't actively trying to kill you. With the help of Unity's AI navmesh system and a few lines of code, we now have a menacing T-posing Goku hunting you down if you get too close. He also patrols around the map if you aren't close enough. Awesome! As established before, I suck at level design but need a hospital model. Gosh, what should I do? Free model supermarket. I tossed our newfound hospital room model into the scene and did a few tweaks which took about 15 minutes, and I even got jump scared while testing it out. How? He just T-posed through the wall while I was inspecting the table.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
I was pretty happy with the hospital room model for now, but I couldn't find a single hospital hallway model for the rest of the map. I mean, this room alone is too small for an entire horror game. I looked everywhere yet found nothing. One of the very rare occasions where my free model supermarket has failed me. I was honestly at a loss. I was left with no choice but to actually exert myself, to put effort into making an actual 3D model. Inconceivable. Either way, I got to making the model using Pro Builder and spent a good hour on it. I also managed to apply texture to our starting room, which makes it so much better to look at. Nice. The idea for the map was that we'd have a hospital room where we'd start from, a cafeteria for reasons which I will disclose in just a few minutes, a security room for reasons which I will also disclose in just a few minutes, and of course, more hospital rooms. After spending a few hours adding a good looking head bob effect and tweaking the player movement, I decided to give Goku some animations. I mean, he's just a T-posing monster right now. Yeah, we need to give him animations. A quick search on Mixamo and yes. Don't mind if I do. I got all that I needed. A few minutes of pain wondering why the animations won't work, and it was finally done. It's perfect. I mean, just look at the chase animation. Okay, new problem. We have the idea behind our game setup. That's great and all, but we need some mechanics to actually add gameplay. What I mean is, we don't really have any gameplay right now, just a concept. For the gameplay, I thought it would be a good idea to hide keys around the map. These keys are going to be used to open the exit door to the hospital. I also decided to add an extra security measure, that is the security room which has the button to disable the security lock. The player needs to open the door by opening all the locks by finding the keys and disabling the security lock to escape while simultaneously avoiding Goku. With this, our player will have an objective and the basis of our horror game is established. To start on gameplay, I added a hiding mechanic because, come on, it's a thrill. Just about every good horror game has it. You can hide under the bed and some lockers that I added around the map. Don't ask me why there's lockers in a cancer treatment hospital. I don't know either. Oh yeah, and for all of you that think you can just hide in the locker when Goku gets too close, nuh-uh. I thought of that, and as punishment if he's too close to you while you hide in the locker, well, just see for yourself. Yeah, that's a key blast. On to the reasoning behind the cafeteria and the hospital. I did say I would tell you. Basically, Goku can sometimes just end up hogging an area during patrolling, and that just makes the game based mostly on RNG, and it's also not fun. To counter that, I added my favorite feature yet, the Ramen System. I know. Boxply, what is the Ramen System? I'm glad you asked. It's a feature that I spent roughly 2 hours on, which basically allows the player to distract Goku. We all know that Goku loves food, and there can be no better distraction than food. Hence, the Ramen System. I looked through my free models supermarket and wow, those are some detailed ramen models, and I'm going with the PS1 model. Thank you very much. A few extra models. Yes. And I had a good kitchen set up. I spent quite a while on making an interaction system that would work with just about anything, which will be helpful later down the line. You'll see. A little over an hour after that and I finished up the ramen system. The mechanic itself is pretty simple. You interact with the cupboard to extract ramen, a packaged cup ramen appears on the counter, you then interact with the stove to cook said ramen, and after a few seconds, a bowl of ramen appears on the counter. Magic. Interact with that to ready the ramen on the table, and finally interact with the bell to attract Goku. And trust me when I say he comes zooming. With all that aside, I can now focus on the main mechanic of finding keys. It was pretty simple to do using the already created interact script because it just works with everything else. Told you it would be useful. You can only pick up one key at a time because I don't want to make an entire inventory system for just keys. You then open a lock with that key before grabbing any other key. Aside from that, I made a code that just spawns the keys at random in any of the spawn points I've set across the map, and some of them are pretty dang sneaky. And that was essentially it. I also added a huge red button in the security room because, well, big red buttons are attractive and cool, and yeah, press that to disable the security. And oh no! I'm running out of time. Just a few hours left and I haven't even set up the jump scare for when Goku catches you. I did the best I could in the little time I had and just made it so that if the player is caught by Goku, a new Goku model is spawned in front of the player camera doing some monkey animation. Script together some UI that notifies you when you're looking at an interactable object. Simple audio system, title and death screen, speedrun any %, and our game is complete. Or not. But our time is. Dang, Goku is probably upset about the gas prices. I mean, I would be too if I were him. Maybe I should go talk to him about it. Hey Goku. Yeah, I know the gas prices have been... Oh. While the game isn't complete, I'm happy with how it turned out in the short amount of time we had. And it was pretty fun for me to create and playtest. If you're interested, I published this game on itch.io and linked it in the description of the video. I did go over the time limit by a little bit and decided to fix some minor bugs and things that I missed out. That version is also available on itch.io, so you can play either one. I may update and fix this game in the future and actually make it a fully polished horror game, since as of now some parts of it are incomplete, like the map for example, and the settings feature, and so much more. But that'll only happen if this video gets 50 likes. Oh yeah, and subscribe to be notified on the new video when it does come out. Take care and goodbye, my brothers.